Hi, my name is Jessica Hill, and this is my PowerPoint presentation on the importance of working in teams and team communication. First of all, the contents for my PowerPoint include the introduction and purpose. Then we'll go on to the data analysis and what I learned and the supporting research. Then we'll go on to the conclusions and recommendations, and then finally we'll end with the references. So, the introduction and purpose of my research. The firm that I decided to reach out to and to ask for an interview was Nespresso. This is the London firm because I had a connection with this firm. And the person that I interviewed was the marketing assistant, and her name was Mary Law. The purpose of this research was to understand why team communication is so important so that I can apply what I learned from this interview into my own working career. It was also important to me to gain an insight into what a job might be like and to see whether I would like working in a group or to be a leader of a group in the future. Okay, what did I learn from this interview? First of all, I learned that being in a group, working in a team, has both advantages and disadvantages. There are struggles to overcome as people in a group often have different backgrounds, different personalities, different characteristics. Therefore, it's really important to have patience with them. However, the overall advantage of being in a group is that there's all the time new ideas, new innovation that helps a business progress and create new ideas, and therefore is a very efficient business. Another thing I learned is that you have to have certain aspects to be part of a group and to be a good leader. Some of these were to be confident, respectful, actively listen. It's really important to be brave enough to put your opinions out there, but it's also equally important to be able to actively listen to what others have to say, as often they can be really helpful and add to your own thoughts. I also learned why and how motivation is so important. Often having the motivation of others working as hard as you is just as motivating, because if others are working really hard around you, it's going to want to encourage you to work harder, especially if you're all working towards the same goal. Having communication face to face is also very key, and I learned this because she explained that going into the workplace and having communications with people on a day-to-day basis not only increases your well-being, but it's important when picking up on non-verbal cues for building trust in relationships. My supporting research evidence for this. So first of all, I researched what key attributes was needed to work in a group, and some of them corresponded with the same information that I got from the interview, such as innovation, problem solving, growth mindset, and patience. These were all aspects that I researched. These are all aspects that I researched, but were also highlighted in my interview. Having a growth mindset is also linked to actively listening. Having a growth mindset allows you to understand other people's points of view, so that you can add them to your own, or think maybe other people's opinions might even be as good as my own. A great characteristic to have is courage, especially if you're a woman in the workplace. It's got better recently, but in the past it's really important for women especially to have confidence and to be brave when putting their opinions across. The more confidence you have and the more trust you have in yourself is often how you gain respect from others. Having face-to-face communication is also so vital. I researched this, and what I found was that face-to-face communication is vital for building trust, resolving conflicts, and having elements of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication cues are the way that people look, listen, move, and react to others. When the non-verbal cues match up with what you're saying, it creates more trust and clarity in what you're explaining, especially if they are similar, if they give similar communication. So the conclusions from my PowerPoint are that a team will likely have success if they're working towards the same goal. If everyone is working hard and everyone wants to reach the same outcome, then it's often very clear that they have success. Motivation is key, whether it's a big motivational thing like getting a pay rise, or whether it's just a simple thank you from someone you respect. It's really important in the workplace. Having face-to-face communication is mainly preferred due to building trust through non-verbal cues and building relationships. Active listening is also important as putting across your own point of view. Patience really is a virtue. Having patience with others around you really does help in the workplace because it allows others to have respect for you, and it also allows you to have time for others, which is a big aspect that is important in the workplace, especially if you're a leader. And also to appreciate the work that others do, and for others to appreciate the work that you do is really important for a motivational aspect in the workplace. Recommendations. When doing this interview, I would give them enough time to answer the questions without cutting them off. In my interview, I found that sometimes after I thought she answered the question, she would carry on answering it further, which was actually really important and vital for my own research. I found out a lot more information. I would also record the interview on your phone so that you have the audio from it, because it can often be quite hard to write everything down or to remember everything that was said. Sometimes holding an interview with someone you don't know can be daunting. So to make them feel more comfortable and you feel more comfortable, I'd really try being yourself, put a smile on your face, and this really helps to get better answers out of them if they feel more comfortable. These are my references for the research that I did. And thank you for listening.